ongoing story on SportsCenter. Frank Vogel is expected to have coached his last game with the Lakers. That, according to Adrian Wojnarowski. Vogel won a championship with the team less than 2 years ago after they concluded the season with a 33-49 record. They missed the playoffs, as you know. Vogel signed his original 3-year deal back in 2019, received a 1-year extension this offseason through 2023. Lakers only team in the NBA that did not have a single five-man lineup play 100 minutes together. Vogel asked yesterday about his job status. Here's what he had to say.
Frank, right at the end of the game, Adrian Wojnarowski tweeted that the Lakers are going to be firing you, a decision they'll let you know tomorrow. Have you communicated with the front office at all about your future? And I guess what's your reaction to hearing that?
My reaction is I haven't been told, and I'm going to enjoy tonight's game, celebrate what these young guys did in terms of scratching and clawing and getting back in this game, getting a W. And, we'll deal with tomorrow.
Well, it is tomorrow. Since Phil Jackson's 11-season tenure with the Lakers, we've had 5 full-time Lakers head coaches. None have lasted more than 3 seasons. Frank Vogel did pull off something no Lakers coach since Phil had done, and that's actually win a title, the 6th coach to win a title with the Lakers. Which brings us to senior NBA insider Adrian Wojnarowski, who is all over this story this morning, and certainly this parting of ways far from unexpected. What more can you tell us about the situation as it stands?
Hannah, I think within the Lakers organization, around the league, the expectation that these were the final days, final weeks, months for Frank Vogel as Lakers coach was clear as this team underachieved, dealt with injuries throughout the season, dealt with a challenging roster construction. But there's not, as it looks at this on the surface, a lot of wholesale change that the Lakers can make with this roster moving forward. Russell Westbrook entering the final year of his contract at $47 million. So the coach is typically going to take the fall in this situation. That's the case with Frank Vogel. He got a tepid endorsement when he only got that 1-year extension in the offseason. This is a coach who won a championship in his first season. In his first 2 seasons, had the number 1 defense in the league, a number 3 defense in the league. He'll be a head coach in the NBA again if he so chooses. But this is a Laker organization that missed the play-in tournament, a team that had championship aspirations. They held off from making a coaching change during the season, but they'll make one here in imminent fashion.
Yeah, they have not made an official announcement to this effect yet. What are you hearing about the search to find a new head coach for the Lakers?
There's no obvious choice for the Lakers out in the marketplace, Hannah. And I think this is going to be a fairly long search. I think the Lakers, they'll wait and see how the playoffs come together as teams get eliminated, as changes might be made elsewhere. Coaches may become available, whether it's coaches who are under contract or coaches who part ways with teams. But I think certainly the Lakers would like to have someone with head coaching experience. There's not a lot of coaches, championship coaches, available to them out there. This is a difficult process, and this is a Laker team, that's got to decide how much autonomy they want to give to their head coach. How much do they want to spend on a head coach? How involved is management going to be in the day-to-day of the coaching staff? It was significant with Frank Vogel and his staff. Those are all questions that potential candidates are going to ask LA.
And if you could just expand on that for a moment, the power that the front office has in things from, major decision-making, obviously with personnel, but all the way down to who the assistant coaches, who the staff is going to be. How much of a change is going to have to be made in that regard to make this an even more attractive job for any candidate?
Hannah, in many cases around the league now, the front office is going to have a voice in assistant coaches. I think the higher stature of the coach, the more say he or she's going to have coming into the job. But I think in scenarios where, management officials are on Zoom calls involved in in coaches meetings, or physically in coaches meetings on a consistent basis, that is more unique with the Lakers than you see around the league.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.